again. "You can't drive home. Give me your keys and I'll drive you." She really needed to stop drinking because it made her emotional. Yes, clearly, it was the wine and champagne that was making her eyes tear up, or the wind. It was cold and windy. It had nothing to do with the fact that she had missed this man so much, and now he was back and he was showing concern for her. He held out his hand, standing in front of her now. He was wearing a checked shirt that hugged what she already knew was an incredible body, and dark jeans that emphasized how fit and lean he still was. She turned away from the appealing picture he made. "I was going to walk home," she said, lying. He frowned. "You can't walk 10 miles at night with snow and in heels." She shrugged. "I'll ask Gwen for a ride." "My sister is tanked." "I'll ask Chase and Julia." "Those two couldn't keep their hands off each other. They left 10 minutes ago, and I can guarantee neither will pick up their phones." She needed new friends. "I'll call a cab." "On New Year's, in rural Montana. Good luck. Give me the keys," he said, holding out his hand. Jack had a way of barking out orders in a very calm, rational way. It was an admirable quality, one she'd never been able to master. What was she going to do? She searched his brown eyes reluctantly. She'd avoided making eye contact with him because it was too painful. She wanted to hate Jack so much. She wanted to be mean to him. She wanted to hurt him as much as he'd hurt her. But the only reason she wanted any of those things was because she was still in love with him, and standing so close to him, having him show concern for her, made it all so much worse. "I still think walking is a viable option." Unfortunately for her, a large gust of wind blew the snow that had accumulated on the roof of her car all over her. She yelped and swiped at it, forgetting to look calm and collected. He tried to help brush some of the snow off her, but she swatted at him and, judging by the twitch at the corner of his mouth, was fighting a smile. When another gust of snow blew around them, she surrendered her keys with a huff, and then scrambled to the other side of the car in a clumsy display. Jack had already settled himself inside and leaned over and opened the door for her. She collapsed into the seat beside him and fumbled a few times with getting the seatbelt to latch. Way too much alcohol tonight. "Ready to go?" he asked, after turning on the heat and windshield wipers, having the decency to not point out her lack of coordination. He had no idea where she lived now. "Head down to Main Street. I'm renting an apartment above Jack and Jill's toy store." He nodded, his eyes on the road, hands firmly gripping the steering wheel. "How is your father?" "Fine. In a home. He had a stroke 4 years ago, so I guess not fine. Not the way you remember him." He winced. "I know, sweetheart. I'm sorry." She stared at his profile and tried not to be affected by the genuine regret she heard in his voice. But Jack had always had the ability to empathize. It was one of his best traits. He felt things deeply, despite his big, tough appearance. He knew about her father. "Oh, I guess Gwen told you?" He gave a terse nod but didn't say anything else, but even that hadn't been enough to bring him home or make him reach out to her. She needed to stop expecting more from him. He was a guy who took off for 5 years, and now he was back, not for her, but his family. She was going to just be happy for his family. They had been through a lot, and they needed their son home with them. She was going to be happy for Gwen, who had also happened to be her best friend. It was a miracle, really, that they'd managed to not let Jack come between them. She decided to look out the window and not at Jack's strong profile anymore. As angry as she was, it was sad to be sitting here beside him, worse than strangers. The roads were slippery and visibility was limited, but Jack handled her car with ease. It took a little longer than normal to get into town. Or that could have also been because the silence made it feel even longer.